Hey, so today I want to give you a quick overview of the 4 phases of your cycle, because I know not all of you have read the blog, and I think the more people that know about it, the better, because as women, we never get really explained what happens to us and why we feel the way we feel throughout the month. So I got super hooked in this topic because I really felt that I had like two personalities. I felt like at some point in the month I would be like super creative, productive. I wanted to do like everything, and I was super motivated, and I felt the most beautiful girl in the world. And then after that, like it was like almost like a change from one day to another. I would barely want to leave my bed. I had zero motivation, zero inspiration. I felt like, you know, like those times you change your clothes 1,000 times because nothing really like seems to fit you right, even though yesterday it was the same thing you wore yesterday. You know what I mean? So I really got into researching, and it's actually so cool. And once I learned how to sync my lifestyle, my nutrition to my cycle, then it was a total game changer. But baby steps. So today I want to explain you like a quick overview on what happens with you throughout the month. So pretty much your period starts the day you start bleeding. So yeah, that's your menstrual phase. Your body starts shedding the uterine lining that, or the endometrium that was prepping for pregnancy. If you're not pregnant, then that's gonna be the blood, right? That's gonna come out because your body is gonna prepare to kind of grow that endometrium again. During your menstrual phase, which usually goes between 5 to 7 days, it depends, is when your hormones are at their lowest, right? Because again, it's kind of the end but the beginning of a new cycle. Then after that, you have your follicular phase. In your follicular phase, that's when you start feeling that energy rise again, when you start feeling better, when you start being more creative, more productive, because your hormones start rising. Pretty much your estrogen starts going up, and that gets you in a better mood. It's just like a different way, like a different feel for everything, right? So this is when your estrogen starts like going up and your follicles start growing. These follicles are eventually become the egg that's gonna get released to get fertilized. So this is your body is like kind of like changing, it's growing those follicles, you're feeling amazing. Then after that, which is usually about 10-12 days, it depends on the length of your cycle. After that comes ovulation. Ovulation just happens one day. So this is your chance, if you're looking to getting pregnant, this is the chance that you have to get pregnant. And ovulation means that these follicles have reached the maximum they can reach, and one of them or two, depending on your genetics, gets released. And that way it can be fertilized in order to get pregnant. If you don't, then it just gets released and your cycle continues its normal course. After ovulation, which is one day, it comes your luteal phase. Your luteal phase are pretty much 2 weeks. So during the first week, your progesterone starts rising. Your estrogen goes a little low, but it kind of rises again. So your progesterone is the hormone that's kind of giving you the zen vibes. You feel more relaxed. You feel like kind of a little bit more tired. You want to more like deep dive inwards, maybe stay home, read a book. Like maybe that creative part, it's not longer there anymore. So you just feel like curling into a blanket, watching TV, and just not thinking about really much. And that's because your progesterone is on the rise and it starts getting there, right? It doesn't happen right away, but you start noticing that as you move into your luteal phase, your energy, definitely, you're more zen, more like, I want to stay home, right? So that's the first week. Then the second week of your luteal phase, which is actually the week before you get your period, is when you start presenting symptoms of PMS, where maybe you start feeling even more tired, you start getting cravings, like chocolate cravings, you start getting hungrier, etc. That's your PMS week. So if your symptoms, always remember this, if your symptoms get in the way of your life because they're really, really strong, and they get in the way of your relationships because those mood swings can be really intense, then this is a sign that there's a hormonal balance going on. So just keep that in mind. And remember, you can always start seed cycling. Get into my bio, grab that freebie because it works really, really great. Anyhow, so that's your PMS week. That's when you're like all your hormones start like going downhill again to get you into your menstrual phase. Okay, so this is how it works. That's the way, that's the reason why you feel so different throughout the month. And really, if you learn how to sync everything that's going on with you, with your life, your workouts, your self-care, your nutrition into these phases, your life is going to completely change. And this is exactly what I am doing right now. So if you want help with that, just reach out to me. If not, really start seed cycling and really share this video, because I think more women need to learn how their body works. Okay? See ya.